Shorty Mona Lisa, I'ma play her like I'm violent. I feel like the island, we gon' take her to the island.
The Fever game was crazy. Everything from the game should be out now. I didn't want to miss a single thing. But the Fever got the win against the Sun. They got their payback. They tweeted this: the final Eastern Conference standings for the Commissioner's Cup. See you in a championship game on July 1st. And the Fever 4-1. The Liberty. They got a crazy comeback win against the Dream. I thought the Dream had them, but they blew it. Even the Sky, they had a big lead and blew it. And the Fever kind of, I wouldn't say they control. It was a pretty good game, and then the Fever kind of ran away with the Sun. But that's cool. I knew the Fever was gonna win. What's crazy is this incident with Caitlin Clark that happened. So during the game, this is what started the whole. Well, I think it has started before this. They were playing scrappy the whole game. This team's very scrappy. Didn't really change much since Stephanie White left. You know, the new coach is doing the same shit as far as like scrappy physicality. This happened with Cece. So she got hit in the face, as you can see. She hit the shit out of her face. Like, she damn near punched the girl. Bumped into her. And then Marina, like, this is crazy, bro. And nobody got ejected for this. Someone said this league treats her like a punching bag. NBA star Caitlin Clark gets blindsided to the ground after getting fouled. Clark was apparently hit. Oh, she got hit in the eye before getting knocked down to the ground by Connecticut Sun player Marina. A lot of jealousy going on in the W. This is like, yo, it looked like she got punched from that angle. This one's, so she got hit in the eye, but it looked like she got punched.
Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got.
She did that. The Marina, yeah, it's crazy.
I missed that one, Edona.
Oh, I missed that one too.
That swing looked like she got hit in the face from that first angle. Caitlin and this girl been going at it for a while. You know, year one, she was kind of, I would say she was reserved until this year. She been popping her shit, especially the Liberty game. She was talking crazy, getting the crowd hype. I also think like all this drama is going on is only making her stronger and more and giving her more and more notoriety. So she knows the lead will literally plummet if anything happens to her. So like the stuff they putting her through is just making her bigger and bigger and bigger. After that incident, I knew at some point during the game, because Sophie's been in the enforcer, and they definitely spoke about this on the bench or something, or timeout or something. But Sophie got her revenge, and it was towards the end of the game. First, it was a hard foul. She fell on the ground. She waited till she got up, and then she crashed out. Every angle, you just find something to do. Y'all see this girl face in the back? She's like, oh shit. It took like 10 people. That's why I said I felt like it was playing. They was talking about it on the bench. You know, 1,000% there. So she over there smiling. Now look, you already know people take things a step further, but check it out. This was the transcript pull report, right? This is the question. Why was Jacy foul upgraded to a flagrant one? In judgment of the officials, the foul by Sheldon was unnecessary. The contact to Caitlin Clark's face. Furthermore, there was wind up and impact, and the contact to the face carries a potential for injury. Question. What went into deciding Marina should get a technical instead of something more severe like an ejection? She said the contact made by Mabrey did not rise to the level of ejection. How the fuck does that not rise to a level of ejection? Someone explain that to me. I think even in the NBA that might have been an ejection. I think both of them would have got ejected. She said additionally it did not meet the criteria for flagrant one foul penalty too. So what does? Right? Question. Why did Caitlin Clark get a technical foul? After the foul by Sheldon, Clark reached in an unsportsmanlike manner towards Sheldon. What type of sense? Yo, she got hit in the eye. And in one angle, it looks like she got damn near punched. And then she trying to get up. She trying to get the girl off her. The girl attacks at her. And then Marina comes and knocks her down. That's crazy. So you got to wait till something happens so the lead viewership could plummet for another 10 weeks. Yo, this reporter is just a hater, whatever she is. She said no place in the game for what Sophie Cunningham did. What about what... She didn't say shit about what the other two people did. She said no place in the game for what Sophie Cunningham did. That warrants further review and penalty from the lead. But you're not going to review and penalize what Marina and the other girl did? So Stephanie White's comments at the press conference.
Is there an explanation where you given for the tech that you got?
I'll take the official.
She was like, I don't want to talk about that.
There wasn't an explanation for the tech that she got. You know, I think it was pretty obvious that stuff was brewing, right? When the officials don't get control of the ball game, when they allow that stuff to happen, and it's been happening all season long. All season long. It's not just this game. It's been happening all season long. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You've got competitive women who are the best in the world at what they do, right? And when you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're going to compete. And they're going to have their teammates' backs. It's exactly what you expect, right, out of fierce competition. So I started talking to the officials in the first quarter, and we knew this was going to happen. You could tell it was going to happen. So they got to get control of it. They got to be better.
The refs were embarrassing, man. Yo, she missed 2 weeks. The viewership dropped 55%. Like, do you want to, God forbid, if she had is that what y'all waiting for? She has something where she can't play? Look, Fee's been playing amazing. Nobody gives a fuck. I think even Asia Wilson was doing good during that time. Nobody gives a fuck. They don't care. They don't, like, there's a lot of talented players in this league. They just simply don't have the draw she has, right? Instead of you guys just embracing what she's bringing to your lead, like it's like everybody, the refs, like what the ref just said in response to the incident she just went through. And then look how the reporters are talking. Look how the league's treating her as a whole, besides, I'm guessing not her teammates, but just look how they're treating her as a whole. It's crazy.
So I think it's a league-wide issue. I mean, bad officiating is bad officiating.
You just have it open.
I view it as a flagrant foul.
Well, I mean, you guys came for basketball. Let's talk about basketball. Come on now. Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that. I thought we were physical on defense. I think that's where we lacked in the first half. I think the first half we had moments where we're up 10, we're up 8, we're up 12, and we continue to just let them back in the game. And I think, prior to maybe the second half where we finally got our foot on the gas, that's kind of where we have struggled all season long, is we continue to get these leads, these 8-point leads, these 6-point leads, these 10-point leads, and we just let teams back in the game, and with bad shots, turnovers, whatever it is. So I think it's just, we kind of got over the humps there, and then we're able to grow our lead in the fourth quarter. They even cut it to 10 in the fourth quarter, and I thought we really responded well, and we're able to open it up for a pretty comfortable win.
We focused on ourselves in the past two practices, and at the end of the day, we knew what Connecticut was going to do in this game, but we executed the assignment on both ends of the floor. But I'm proud of what we did and how we handle our own out there. I think the game that I played against New York, I didn't have a pep in my step, but this game I had a pep in my step, and but I get close to my teammate for having my back and also just giving me that confidence.
It's a hard thing to do, and why wouldn't we celebrate that? We're getting to play for a pool of money, like that's pretty fun, and you're competing to win a trophy. Like, it's an extra game for us to get better as well. So. Obviously we celebrated it, and we're proud of that. And, I think our focus though turns now to this West Coast swing in 3 games, and, how are we going to continue to stack getting better and better and better? We put 2 good games together, but, we can't take a step back. So I think it's going to be continuing to find a way to get better on our West Coast trip as well.
Every year when we have our league meetings in the fall and in the spring, we say the same thing over and over and over. And nothing has changed. So, I'm not sure outside of continuing to submit clips, continuing to talk about it. Like, look,
bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Submitting clips, or y'all know in the NBA when they do that report and the official gets like the shit wrong, and then the following day they're like, oh, actually, yeah, the ref got it wrong on that. Like, that's the most pointless report. You know how mad I'll be if I got a turnover, they fouled me to, let's say, like, I'm dribbling, they stole the ball from me, but they fouled me. They get a game-winning layup. I wake up, go on Twitter the next day, and they say, oh, actually, that was a foul. It was a missed call. Sorry. We still lost the game. So she's saying they're submitting clips. They literally saw Kelsey Plum was damn near crying in the post-game interview about the officiating. Like, the officiating still hasn't got any better. So I don't know.
It's changed so much. Players are faster, they're better, they're bigger, they're stronger. They're as good as they've ever been. They're as athletic as they've ever been. The game is fast now. Things are happening quickly. Everybody's getting better, except the officials. So we got to find a way to remedy it. We're in a Commissioner Cup situation, and point spread matters. While we're also preparing for a brutal stretch of 3, 4, 5 games, where we were in like how many days?
6 and 11 days.
Yeah, 6 and 11 days, where we go from the West Coast to come home and a back-to-back back to Dallas. I mean, it's our job to manage those things, those 2 things. If we're not competing for the Commissioner's Cup, the minutes are different, right? If we are, it looks different. It's the game within the game.
Today, I'm here to play basketball, and that's my job. That's what I'm going to do. I was excited. Honestly, the review took too long for me. I wanted to get playing basketball again, and that's exactly what I did at the rest of the third quarter. I made all 3 free throws, and then it was a tough 3. I was excited about a 3, and, honestly, I got to give our crowd a lot of credit, too. I thought they were tremendous. They were cheering for us. They had our back, and I'm a passionate player, but at the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball, and that's what it is. My game's going to talk, and that's all that really matters, and I love this game, and I'm going to give it everything I have, so I think that's what competitors do. You just step right back up to the challenge.
Because no team can really stop us when we run. But at the end of the day, we're going to keep working on us every single day and just keep stacking days.
Some of those moments are what make me the most tired, so I appreciate Coach Rima coming and getting me. Unfortunately, Steph was going to sub me out anyway, so I could catch my breath on the bench, but everybody knows that's how I play. I want the crowd behind me. They love when I get into it with them too. They're here for a show, and that's what I try to give them every single night. That's what we try to give them every single night, and that's what makes it fun. And
that's what's going on. Crazy win for them. Looking forward. They about to have a tough stretch of games though, moving around and everything. But yeah, wild incident. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. And as always, it's your boy.